అందరికీ నమస్కారములు. సర్వేభ్యో నమస్కారః. నమో నమః. గురుభ్యో నమః. Today is the 6th class of our Sanskrit language teaching. These classes are being conducted on every Friday throughout the four months course. We are on certificate course on Sanatana Dharma, basic level 1, and this is the 6th batch. Is being conducted by Veda Samskriti Samiti in association with Vishwa Yoga Vidya Peeth, and the president of Veda Samskriti Samiti, Sri Akella Hemakanta Prabhakar Rao Garu, is our Guruji for learning this Sanskrit classes, and is also helping all students who are appearing for Samskrita Bharati exams, Pravesha to Kovida. So if you want to appear for those exams, of course, this course is helpful to you to around 60-70%, but another 30%, you join in the evening classes being conducted by him. Then you will be ready for that exam. So now let us start the session by paying our respects to our country by reciting Vande Mataram and then Prarthana. So let us request Talla Chittibabu Garu to recite Vande Mataram, please.
Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram, Sujalam Sufalam, Malayaja Sitalam, Sasya Syamalam Mataram, Vande Mataram. Subrajyosna pulakitayaminim, pullakusumita drumadala shobhinim, suhasinim, sumadhura bhashinim, sukhadam varadam mataram, Vande Mataram. వందే మాతరం. నమస్కారం.
వందే మాతరం. ధన్యవాదములండి Talla Chittibabu Garu. Thank you so much. Now let us request JVSM Lakshmi Garu to chant Prarthana, please.
1 minute meditation. Three times Omkara. गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तुमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनः शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम्. ॐ श्री महागणाधिपतये नमः. ॐ प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामवत्रयतु ॐ श्री महासरस्वत्यै नमः। गुरवे गतिः गुरुरेव गति गुरुमेव भजे गुरुणैव सहास्मि नमो गुरवे न गुरुः परमं शशिरस्मि गुरुः मतिरस्ति गुरौ मां पाहि गुरो ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलस्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे। पुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्य केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। అందరికీ నమస్కారం.
గురుభ్యో నమః. హరి ఓం. ధన్యవాదములండి. 1 or 2 slokas are missing, but nevertheless very good chanting. Excellent chanting. Thank you. Now let us request our Guruji, Uncle Hemakanta Prabhakar Rao garu, to start the session, please.
हरि ओम. सर्वेभ्यः स्वागतं, नमस्काराः. पठामि संस्कृतं नित्यं वदामि संस्कृतं सदा ध्यायामि संस्कृतं सम्यक् वन्दे संस्कृतमातरं संस्कृतस्य प्रसाराय निजं सर्वं ददाम्यहं संस्कृतस्य सदा भक्तो वन्दे संस्कृतमातरं संस्कृतस्य कृते जीवन् संस्कृतस्य कृते यजन् आत्मानमाहुतं मन्ये वन्दे संस्कृतमातरं वन्दे संस्कृतमातरं वन्दे संस्कृतमातरं. हरि ओम. Let me share the lesson first. This is the last lesson and we learned present tense sentence formation for Parasmapadi Dhatu Pat and Atmapadi Dhatu 1. The sentence formation, while forming sentences, we have learned the Kriya, the verb, the forms, verb forms in Pradhama Purusha, Madhyama Purusha, Uttama Purusha, and Ekavachanam, singular, dual, plural, Ekavachanam, Dvivachanam, and Bahuvachanam. The verbs used are, this is present tense verb, Parasmapadi, present tense verb, Pat Dhatu. The verbs used in this table matrix: Pathati, Pathataha, Pathanti, Pathasi, Pathataha, Pathatha, Pathami, Pathavaha, Pathamaha. In this, what we concentrate to remember? The Prachayaha. Ti, Taha, Anti. Si, Aha, Tha. Ami, Avaha, Amaha. This is the Prachayan table. Okay. The Pat is common in all the 9 places. If you remove Pat, the remaining is Prachaya. 9 Prachayas are there for 9 verbs. And this is for Parasmapadi table. For Atmanepadi table, we have another 9 set. That is Vandadhatu, Vandate, Vandete, Vandante, Vandase, Vandethe, Vandadve, Vande, Vandavahe, Vandama. This is Atmanepadi table. Okay. In this Prachayas are Prachayaha, Te, Ete, Ante. Se, Ethe, Adve. Ye, Avahe, Amahe. So these are the Prachayas used. These are the Prachaya table. And that is one, this, if you remove one, this remains. Okay. So these are the 2 tables of Prachayas we learned for present tense formation of Parasmapadi Kriyas and Atmanepadi Kriyas. This is one tense, present tense. Like this, past tense will be there, future tense will be there, and so many other tenses will be there. Today, we will be learning about how many types of these tenses are there in Sanskrit. That we are going to learn. In Sanskritam, these tenses are called by lakaras. They are called by lakaras. The lakaras are 10 basically. Lat lakaram, lit, you read here. Lat, lit, lut, rut, late, lot, lung, ling, lung, rung. These are the 10 lakaras. The dhatus are used. One dhatu. If one dhatu is there, that one dhatu can be used in 10 lakaras. What we have learned just now, till now, is this lat lakaram. One lakaram we learned, present tense. This lat lakaram indicates present tense. It's only one lakaram we learned. And there are the 10 lakaras to be learned for a Sanskrit scholar. 10 types of verbs or tenses are in use in Sanskrit language. Since the letter la is used, all verbs as a common notation by Panini. This is just as a common notation he has used as lakara. That's all. It doesn't have any specific significance. It doesn't carry any specific meaning. By law doesn't carry any specific meaning. It is only a just indication. This is the verbs, or that is the group of verbs. Lakara verbs. Lakaras. There are lakaras, 10 lakaras. And these decided by Panini in his Vyakarana history. Hence, these are known as lakaras. Out of these 10 lakaras, there is one lakara, late lakara. This late lakara is used in Vedas. This late lakara is used in Vedas. And if you take out this late lakara, there will be 9. Okay. And ling lakara, this ling lakara has got 2 subsections. That is vidhiling and asirling. We remove late because we are not, in general Sanskrit language, late is not taught. Veda Sanskritam verb is not taught in general Sanskritam, in general Sanskritam classes. That Veda Lakaram is different. That is late. If you want to understand Veda Sabdas, you have to understand this late Lakar. We are not teaching late Lakaram at all in Sanskrita classes, because that is for restricted to Vedas only. It's not normal. It cannot be used in the normal Sanskrita usage of the novels or kavyas or kavyas. So, if you remove that late from this group, that will be 9. But there is subsection under ling lakara. This ling lakara has 2 subsections. One is vidhiling, second one is ashishling. If we add these 2 in this, that will again remain as 10 now. So 10 lakaras. Now after removing late, what are the 10 lakaras? Lut, lit, lut, rut, lot, lung, vidhiling, ashirling, lung, lrung. These are the 10 lakaras we are supposed to learn as a Sanskrit learner. Then, now what they represent? Each lakaram represents what? Vartamana kala, present tense verb. That is one lakara is there, lat lakara. Okay. Bhutakalaha, past tense. There are verbs, 3 verbs are there for past tense. For past tense, there are 3 lakaras. One is lung, second one is lung, third one is lit. There are 3 lakaras for telling past tense. So there are 3 different types of past tenses that we should understand. Next is bhavishyat kala, that is future tense. The future tense has got 2 types. One is lut, second one is rut. And then next one is up to how many? 3 plus 3, 6 are over now. Remaining 4. One is bhuta bhavishyat kala. What is bhuta bhavishyat kala? Any activity that was done in past, which was talking about the future of that past. Which is talking about the future of that past, but the activity concerned we are talking in the past. That is bhuta bhavishyat. We are talking about bhuta only, past tense only, the work that is done in past only, but we are expressing what is supposed to happen in future by doing that action in the past. And not happened, that action not happened. Had you read well last year, you would have passed the examination. So there what you are saying, had you read well, that is past tense. You would have passed the examination, that is future of that past tense. That is both bhavishyat. So that's how what verb is to be used to express that is called bhuta bhavishyat kala. That bhuta bhavishyat kala kriya is lrung. This is the lrung. Then comes vidhi. Vidhi is kartavyam, duty, which indicates duty of a person, of a human being. There are 3 types of lakaras in this. One is lot lakara, which indicates agnya, order, which indicates motivation, prarana, and then also prardhana. Agnya, prarana, and prardhana. 3 things are there in this. So this is lot lakara. This is called lot lakara. This is praranardhaka lakara. This is praranardhaka lakara. Then sambhavanardhe. Sambhavanardhe vidhiling lakara. Sambhavanardhe vidhiling. Sambhavanardhe vidhiling means it is a duty to be done by anyone. That's what it indicates. Whether it is be done or not, it is not sure. It may be done, it may not be done. So it's sambhavanardhe. Syat, perhaps. It's like that. So that is called vidhiling, and that is vidhiling, which indicates some sort of doubt, but it's not a past tense, it is not future, it is not present. It is only an indication to the person to do that job as a duty, reminding a person to do the duty. That is the thing vidhiling. The next one is ashirling. Whenever you give any assist to anybody, this kriya normally is used. Subham bhuyat, like that. So that ashish is being done with that kriya. That is ashirling. So these are the 10 lakaras. Normally in Sanskrit Vyakarana book, Sanskrit Granthas you find. Usage of these 10 lakaras you find in different Granthas. Okay. And generally we find not all in general talk. So in first level of Pravesa examination of Sanskrit Bharati, they teach only 4 mainly. Lat lakaram, lang lakaram, this lat lakaram, and lang lakaram, and rut lakaram, and lot lakaram. These 4 normally they teach in Pravesa level. In Parichaya level, they teach 1 or 2. Some indication of rut lakaram also is given. But 5 to 6 lakaras are normally sufficient for general speaking of the Sanskrit language in the public. Okay. The remaining class are required. For example, lit lakara, this lit lakara. This is required for understanding the slokas of kavyas, etc. The vidhiling and ashirling are also be required now and then in the usage. The vidhiling is also taught in second level. So now let us understand this dhatu structure. What is the dhatu structure? We'll understand. Dhatu structure has got 3 sections. One is the verb structure. Verb structure. Verb structure has got three sections. One is dhatu. Second is vikarana prachaya. Third is akhyata prachaya. 3 sections are there. If you say patati, pat plus a plus ti, patati. Pat plus a plus ti, patati. Pat is dhatu. A is vikarana prachaya. Vikarana prachaya. This is the prachaya letter which indicates the type of dhatu, ganam of dhatu. We learned about ganas in the earlier lessons. There are 10 ganas. The whole dhatu box is divided into 10 ganas. Bhadi dhatu, bhadi gana, adadi gana, juhodi gana. Like that, 10 types of ganas we learned. Each gana is being represented by 1 letter. So that letter is appear here in between. That is a for bha dhatu. Pat dhatu, it is a. So that is vikarana prachaya. That representation of the gana. Which gana of dhatu it belongs to. The verb is belong to which gana dhatu. This pat belongs to a gana dhatu. That is bhadi dhatu. Bhadi gana dhatu. So a prachayam is indicating to you that is pat dhatu is belongs to bhadi dhatu group. Bhadi dhatu group. Bhavadi dhatu group. Then next is ti prachaya. That is akhyata prachaya. This akhyata prachaya indicates the tense, the 10 lakaras. In this 10 lakaras, this ti indicates present tense. This ti prachaya indicates present tense, pradhama purusha, ekavachana. So, pat root dhatu, which indicates action to read. The pat is indicating root, action. Which action you are doing? Pat means reading. So, read action is being done. So, that belongs to which group? Bhadi group. So, a is there. Vikarana prachaya. Then, which tense you are using it? Present tense. So, in present tense, what is the prachaya to be used? Ti. So, that is patati. Pat plus a plus ti, patati. This lakaram is called lat lakaram. First one, the lat lakaram. This one. This lat lakaram is normally we are learning. This we are learned till now. We learned this lakaram. This lakaram, now let us see the table, Vartamana Kala present tense table for dhatu pat. What is the table we learned? We learned dhatu table like this. The present tense table of this dhatu pat, dhatu pat, we learned as follows. Dhatu type, Parasamagati dhatu. Dhatu name is pat. And vachanam singular, dual, plural. Purusha, Pradhama Purusha, Madhyama Purusha, Uttama Purusha. And it is in singular, it is Patha, P, Pat plus A plus T. In dual, Pat plus A plus Taha. Taha, Pat plus A plus Taha. And plural, Pat plus A plus Ante. This is Madhyama Purusha, Pat plus A plus C, Pat plus A plus Tha, Pat plus A Taha, Pat plus A plus Thaha, Pat plus A plus Tha. Uttama Purusha, Pat plus A plus Ami, Pat plus A plus Avaha, Pat plus A plus Amaha. Ekavachanam, Divachanam, Bahuvachanam. So in this, if you remove the Pat from out of this, Pat and Akhyata Prachayam, Ye, if you remove these Pat and Ye, Patha, you remove Patha from that, then what remains? If you remove Patha, removes from that, the remaining is Ti, Taha, Anti. Si, Taha, Tha. Ami, Avaha, Ama. This is the Prachaya table for present tense, for Parasmepadi verb. This is Pat is the Parasmepadi verb. For Parasmepadi verb, present tense Prachaya table is this. This is to be remembered. You remove Pat, you put Khad, you put Dhav, you put some other Pat or Nam or Naya. You put various dhatus. Change the dhatu, you get a new table always. That you will use for making sentences. But this remains same as long as you are talking about present tense. So that is to be remembered. These prachayas are to be remembered. Then next, when you go to Atmanepadi table, the same prachayas in the same form, if you remove the Vandha dhatu from the group, what is remaining is Te, Yete, Ante. Se, Te, Yethe. This is Yethe. This is Yethe. Yethe, Adve, Dve. Ye, Avahe, Amahe.
Yeah.
So, Te, Yete, Ante. Se, Yethe, Adve. Ye, Avahe, Amahe. This is the prachaya to be remembered for Atmanepadi dhatu, present tense. So, the above table is Lakara or Lat Lakara table. Like this, we have 10 Lakaras. These 10 Lakaras will have 10 tables. If you want to use Pat in another Lakara, for example, Lang Lakara Bhutakalam, you will have another table for that. There will be another set of prachayas. Similarly, for Bandha Dhatu, if you want to use Bhutakalam Lang Lakara, there will be another set of table. So, 10 Lakaras, there will be 10 sets of table like that. And those represent that particular Lakara. That table represents particular Lakara. So, for these things, all these 10, for example, T group, first T is there. T, Lat Lakaram, Vartamanakal Lakaram, Bhutakal Lakaram, Bhavishatkal Lakaram, like that, 10 Lakaras are there. So, first one has got 10 T and extra, T type of T, 10 are there. These 10, a group head is there for this. All these Pradhama Purusha Ekavachana prachayas under the group of Kip. They come under the group of Tip. Divachana comes under group of Tas. Plural comes under Thi, G. So, Tip, Tas, G. This is the group head. For the 10 tables, this is a group head. This person is group head of the 10 prachayas. Once I say Tip Prachayam, that belongs to 10 Lakaras. What is the Tip Prachayam for Bhutakalam? That's at, we have to say. What is tip prachayam for Vartamana Kalam? Ti. What the prachayam for tip prachayam for Bhavishyat Kalam? Ishyati. Like that, this tip has got 10 supporters, some 10 followers, rather. For those 10 prachayas, this tip is the leader. He is representing all those 10. Similarly, Tas is representing that 10. G is representing that 10. Like that, this is a representative table for the 10 lakaras. Representative table of prachayas for the 10 lakaras. And similarly, for Atmanepad Dhatu, this table is Parasmanepadi, this table is Tip, Tas, G, Sip, Tas, Tha, Mip, Was, Mas. This is the prachayas group heads. These are group heads. These are not the prachayas used. The prachayas are being used is given different tables. These are the group heads for that. Just like 10 lakaras are called by lakaras, 10 verbs are called by lakaras. All these group head is called, all these prachayas are called by group head names. Similarly, for Atmanepadi, Ta, Atam, Jha, Thas, Atham, Dhvam, It, Vahing, Mahi. So like this, for Atmanepadi, there are another 9 tables. This 9 and this 9. There are 18. These 18 are the group head prachayas and which are called by the name Ting prachayas. These are called by the name Ting prachayas. T, starting one is T, end one is Ing. The Mahing. Mahing is ending with Ing. Starting with T, ending with Ing. So this T plus Ing, Ting. These Ting prachayas are called group heads of the prachayas for the 10 lakaras. So the verbs are represented by which prachayas? Ting prachayas. The lakara verbs are represented by Ting prachayas. This is the conclusion. The lakara verbs are represented by Ting prachayas. These Ting prachayas have got a table like this. And this is not to be by hearted. This is to be understood, that's all. And this one, but these are to be by hearted. These prachayas for present tense, this is the prachayas. For past tense, these are the prachayas. By using regularly, you will automatically get into the by heart for it. You don't need to worry much on this. So this is for Lat Lakara, we have learned the prachayas. Similarly, we learn for Bhutakalam, for Bhavishyat Kalam, like that. One by one, we learn the table. But those tables are represented by these Ting prachayas. That is the understanding we should have. Now, how to understand the time, which is past tense, and out of 3 Bhutakalas, which Bhutakala Lakara represents what? That we have to understand. That is Kala Vichara. It is called Kala Vichara, time and tense. What is the time and what tense? Generally, night 12 o'clock to yesterday night 12 o'clock to today night 12 o'clock is called Ajya. Today, it is called Ajya. Today means Ajya. Night 12 o'clock to night 12 o'clock. Yesterday night 12 o'clock to today night 12 o'clock is called Ajya. Then, if you are talking about the work that is being done while we are taking the verb used in present tense, that is lakara used as lat lakara. Now we are reading now. So vayam pathamaha. This is lat lakara verb for Uttama Purusha Bahuvachan. We are all reading. So now work is being done now. When the work is being done, if you are talking about that work, that is called present tense. This understanding everybody has. That lakara, lat lakara is the present tense, working about the work that is being done right now when we are talking about it, when we are speaking about it, when we are expressing about it. During today, the work that was completed before starting the work, present work, is called today's past. For example, now we are reading. Before coming to the class, before starting this reading work, what did you do today? That is today's bhutakala. That is ajyatana bhutakala. Ajya, ajyatana bhutakala. Today's bhutakala. That means before coming to the present work, you did some work. You must have taken some puja, you must have done some bath. Those things are called ajyatana bhutakala. Today's bhutakala, today's past tense. Or samanya bhutakala. It is also called samanya. Samanya bhutakala or ajyatana bhutakala. The lakara used is lung. Out of 3 lakaras, lung, lung, lit, 3 bhutakalas are there. So today's bhutakala name is lung. Okay. Also known as the work that is done in presence today, but completed. In your presence that is done. The work is done in your presence and that is done today itself. You know that it is done today. But it is complete. The work is completed. The work is completed. That is lung lakara. The work that is not done in the presence, and not now, before us, not done today, it is called not ajyatana. But not anajyatana, ajyatana is called anajyatana. Not ajyatana is anajyatana. It is called paroksha anajyatana. Just a small mistake here. The work that has been long back nearby. Anajyatana, paroksha anajyatana. Anajyatana, which is not done today, which has been done yesterday or any time before yesterday, known to us, but not in our presence. Then that is called anajyatana bhutakala. Ajyatana bhutakala is today 12 to 12. The work that is completed, done today, between 12 night to today night, 12 night, before starting the work, before starting the present work. That is ajyatana bhutakala. That is lung. The work that is done before night 12 o'clock, that is called anajyatana bhutakala. And sometime in the past, known past, sometime in the known past, that is called lang lakara. And sometimes somewhere in the Ramayana kalam or Mahabharata kalam, sometimes some unknown time, we don't know exactly when it happened. That bhutakalam is paroksha anajyatana bhutakala. Paroksha anajyatana bhutakala. Paroksha anajyatana bhutakala. That paroksha anajyatana bhutakalam is represented by another lakara, that is lit. So bhutakalas are 3. One is ajyatana bhutakala, that is samanya bhutam, that is the lung lakaram. And anajyatana bhutakala, that is done yesterday and before some time, anytime, known time, that is lang lakara. And unknown time, sometime unknown time in the past, that is called lit lakara. These are the 3 bhutakalas are in usage in Sanskrita Vaङ्maya. Then next comes the Bhavishyat Kala. Samanya Bhavishyat Kala. That means after doing this work, the present work we are talking about, you do some work after this. We are going to say that I'm after reading, after studying the class, after class, I'm going to take my upaharam or I'm going to karyalayam. If you are going to say that, that is ajyatana bhavishyat kala. Today you are doing that work, but after doing the present work. That is Ajyatana Bhavishyat Kala. From today night 12 o'clock onwards, whatever work you do, that is Anajyatana Bhavishyat Kala. Not today's one. Anajyatana Bhavishyat Kala. Today's one is Samanya Bhavishyat Kalam. The tomorrow's one is Bhavishyat Kalam. That Bhavishyat Kalam is root. This is the root. This is understanding of the thing, these things. Then the next one we have learned here. The other three things we have written here. Other next kalas we have written here. This is understanding of this 6 is important. Lat is the Vartamana Kalam. Lung is the Samanya Bhutam, today's Ajyatana Bhutam. Lung is the Anajyatana Bhutam, not today's Bhutam. And Lit is the unknown Bhutam, unknown past. Paroksha Anajyatana Bhutam. And today's Bhavishyat Kalam is Lut. And from tomorrow onwards, Bhavishyat Kalam is Rut. So these are the things normally in usage. This Lrung is the Bhuta Bhavishyat, which I told you. Bhuta Bhavishyat. When after reading Bhavishyat Kalam, after reading Bhuta and Bhavishyat, we will understand this. We will discuss this again. But that is Bhuta Bhavishyat Kalam. A Bhavishyat Kalam that is done in past. A future work that is done in past. Then Vidhi, Prerana. This is also important one. This is also normally in usage. This also we will read. Lot Lakara. This Lot Lakara also will read in first level only. The remaining things will lead in later levels, not in the first level. So these three are called Vidyarthaka. Vidyarthaka means duty bound. The verb that is used means that is duty we are indicating. That is Vidyarthaka Lakaras, Lot Lakaram, Vidhiling Lakaram, Ashishling Lakaram. These three are the Vidyarthaka Lakaras. These 3 plus these 7 totals 10 Lakaras are in Sanskrita Vaangmayam. This is what important thing we should remember. Any doubts on this? Let us discuss. Please ask your questions. Any doubts on this Lakaras? Tell me. Kavita Agarwal, please tell me. What is your doubt?
Namaskar, sir.
Yeah.
I want to ask, when that Sanskrit language come into existence, at that time, Kal Ganna was not like 12 to 12. It was from morning sunrise to next day morning. Then why we are considering here from 12
I understood your question. I understood your question. For today's understanding, because we think today like that, we are given that understanding. I accept your contention. We should use from Suryodayam to Suryodayam. If we start using Suryodayam to Suryodayam, nobody will use Sanskritam now. So just like Panchangams are kept in their shell or rack, nobody is reading Panchangams now. Like that, Sanskritam also will happen. So that's why they have just made some amendments. Otherwise, what you said is correct. Suryodayam to Suryodayam only is to be taken as the Ajyatana Samanya Bhutam. And before that, Suryodayam, it should be considered as Paroksha Anajyatana Bhutam. Okay, I agree with your contention. Any other doubt?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
But normally today's usage is like that. Let us follow that. And first question is, when Sanskritam started? When Vedas started, Sanskritam started. Next, Lakshmi garu, please tell me.
విధిలింగ్లో టైప్స్ చెప్తారండి. I want to just know విధిలింగ్, how many types are there?
Vidhiling, there are 3 types. One is lot.
Lot, okay.
That is, it indicates Agna. It indicates Vidhi. Vidhi means what? It doesn't happen. That's not either past, not future, nor present. It is only indicating the action is to be done. That's all. So if that action is only just for prarana, motivation, then that is lot.
Lot.
But if you say that it is to be done positively, kartavyam.
Okay.
If you see as a duty, it's to be kartavyam, you must do it. Then that is
So it is
vidhiling.
like order.
Yeah, it's not order.
Ah,
That is
suggestion.
a general statement.
Straight.
A general statement which indicates vidhi.
Vidhi. Okay.
That is vidhiling.
Vidhiling.
Neither it can be taken as order, nor can be order. If you follow, it is an order for you. If you don't follow, it's not order. If you
Okay.
follow dharma, it's an order for you. It's a ruling for you. For a happy life, this is the thing to be done. Chatlan kattarichakoodu, chatlan
So it
kotteyakoodu.
is like suggestion.
It's not a suggestion.
Ah.
It is a for happy living dharma vidhi.
Okay. Okay. In that, lot means
Load means prerana. It
Prerana.
చేస్తే బాగుంటుంది అన్నట్టుగా.
okay.
It's better you do it.
Ah.
It's better you do it.
Next ఏంటంటే
prerana.
ఇంకొకటి ఉంది.
And that can be order also.
Okay.
That load can be order also. It depends
Load
on the
can-
tone. Gachatu. If you say gachatu, it's order.
Ah.
Gachatu, let him go, let him go.
Okay.
That is prerana.
Ah.
And then gachatu mahodaya, prarthana.
Pradhan. So
For
all the
three
it
is
is
only
called
tone
lot.
change. That's all. Huh?
It is called lot. What are the other two?
That is called lot. That's normally used. This is normally used in the speaking.
Okay. Okay.
Agna, prarana, prarthana.
వీటికి ఒకటే పేరా డిఫరెంట్ పేర్లండి?
The tone is different.
టోన్ ఇస్ డిఫరెంట్.
Tone is different.
బట్ నేమ్
The
ఇస్
way you pronounce will indicate whether it's order
ఇట్స్ ఆర్డర్.
or the request or a motivation.
ఓకే. ఓకే. అదర్వైజ్ ఇట్ ఆల్ ఆర్ కాల్డ్ లోట్ ఓన్లీ.
All are called lot only.
ఓకే. థ్యాంక్ యూ
The
సార్.
the pratyaya is same.
థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్.
So, any other doubt? Any other doubt on past lessons? Now let us go to last lesson. Slokas we didn't complete. That I will complete now today. First slokas. Last lesson slokas we could not complete. Gurur Brahma. Let us see the slokas. First slokam. Gurur Brahma. Gurur Vishnu. Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha. Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. So what does it mean? Guru is Brahma. Brahma Swarupa. Guru is Vishnu Swarupa. Gurur Brahma. That is Guruhu plus Brahma. Brahma Dirgham. Guruhu Brahma. Guruhu Vishnuhu. Guruhu Devaha Maheshwara. All the three are Devas only. Brahmadeva, Vishnudeva and Maheshwara. So, the Guru is in the position of Brahma when he is initiating you to the Jnana. When he is promoting Jnanam in you, that means when he is educating you various shastras and subjects, science, etc., everything which is useful for your life, then he is Vishnu. He is promoting in you the Jnana. Then he is a Vishnu. He is teaching you how to lead your life with this knowledge. That is Vishnu. He is behaving like a Vishnu there. He is teaching you how to behave in the society. He is teaching you how to use the knowledge for the purpose of welfare of the society. So, Sthitikaraka. Brahma is Jnanakaraka. Vishnu is the Sthitikaraka. Maheshwara is the Layaka. So, Brahma is putting the seeds in your mind, seeds of Jnanam. The growth is being done by Vishnu. And the layam is done by Shiva. So, what layam he is doing? Brahma is teaching you Jnanam. As a Brahma, Guru is teaching the Jnanam. As a Vishnu, he is teaching the Vijnanam and other things. Vijnanam means science and other things. Shastras, different applications. All these things are different sutras, how to lead the life. For example, Ayurvedam and all these different kalas, etc. For the leading the life. That is Vishnu, Sthitikaraka. Then where from the Layakaraka has come? The Layakaraka is coming because he is removing the Ajnanam from you. He is removing the Ajnanam from your mind, from your nature, from your mind. So that's why he is Maheshwara. Then the last one is Guru Sakshat Param Brahma. How is Param Brahma? Who is this Param Brahma? Param Brahma in Sanatana Dharma is the above all these three. The Sakshat, Prakriti and Purusha Swarupa. With the whole universe. The whole universe with the Chaitanya is Parabrahma. The whole universe with Chaitanya is Parabrahma. That Parabrahma Tattvam, how to attain that Tattvam, how to reach that level of understanding that Tattvam is also will be taught by the Guru. That Guru, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. That type of Guru, Aham Namam. I am bowing down to that type of Guru. That is the understanding of this sloka. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Tasmai is the for him. Sri Gurave Namaha. Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Okay. What is your doubt? Kavitaji. Kavitaji, what is your doubt? Hariom?
No, sir. I think I had not lowered my hand. Sorry.
Remove. Amar Singh, what is your doubt?
Sir, my doubt is Shubhodayam, sir. So the doubt is like Guru Hi Brahma, Guru Hi Vishnu, Guru Hi Devo Maheshwara, Guru Hi Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave. मतलब I'll say in हिंदी, क्या हमने गुरु को अपने माता पिता से ऊपर दर्जा दिया है? Just we have given the status like guru status more than our parents.
Matru Devo Bhava, Pitru Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Atithi Devo Bhava. किसी को वो ऊपर नीचे कहीं करने वाला नहीं है, सब देवता है.
अच्छा, नहीं मेरा
सब देवता
प्रश्न था.
है. ये stage is different. At certain stage, Mata is Deva. She teaches to you. She is Guru at one stage. At one stage, Pita will be the Guru. At one stage, Guru will be the Guru. But Guru is the main reason for giving the actual knowledge of the various aspects of the life and Shastras. Other things are different from the other two questions are different. They may be knowledgeable, they may not be knowledgeable. They may be Guru, question may be there. Pita may be an expert Guru also, who knows? And Mata also may be expert Guru, who knows? But their status is of Gurutvam is different because they have given their life to you. They are Gurus. They are Devatas to you. You cannot say extra or low or this thing. This type of feelings are not there in this. They're all creative feelings. Okay.
Astu Mahoday. Astu. I got it out because in the previous time, at the age of the 5 years, they used to give a genuine sanskar to us and we used to go to Gurukulam and we used to take study and we used to come back at 25. Now in the current generation, we are with our parents and we go to school and we come back to home. So there I got this wrong. That's not an issue. Sorry.
Okay. Even then even the Guru is Guru only. Whoever is the Guru, whether they are teaching this subject or that subject, a subject is Guru only. But he is the correct Guru. The person who does like this, behaves like this is a correct Guru. And who is correct Guru is being told in the next sloka. Let us go to next sloka. Ajnana Timirandhasya, next sloka. Ajnana Timirandhasya, Gnananjana Salakaya, Chakshurunmilitam Yena, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. He is the real Guru. Everybody is not a real Guru. Nowadays, many gurus are there who develop dvesham. Instead of telling knowledge, they promote dvesham in you. Those type of gurus are not gurus. They are rakshasas. They are not gurus. They are unnecessarily creating problems in the society. Gurus do not create problems in society. They are for the welfare of the society they work. The real guru works for the welfare of the society, not for the destruction of the society. Okay, nowadays many people are there, destruction of society. Many gurus are developing like that. They are not the gurus, they are the rakshasas in the form of gurus. Okay. Now real gurus are like this. So who is real guru? Ajnana timira andhasya. Ajnana means ignorance. Timira means very dense ignorance. From dense ignorance, because of dense ignorance, became blind. A person becomes blind. If a person has got dense ignorance, ajnana timiram, because of timiram ajnanam, if he becomes blind, that blindness is removed. Yena chakshurunmilitam. Second line. Yena, by whom? Yena means by whom? By whom? Chakshuhu. That andhasya chakshuhu. That blind man's chakshuhu. That blind man's eyes. Unmilitam. Get it opened. Who opens the eyes of that blindness created by the dense ignorance? Who can do that? Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. That guru I bow down. He is the real guru. That could be mother, that could be father, that could be teacher. Who does that to you? Who opens your eyes? Who opens your manonetram? Who opens your jnananetram? That person is the real guru, whoever he is. Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. That guru I bow down. And how he removes it? Jnana Anjana Salakaya. This sentence. Jnana Anjana Salakaya. Salaka means stick. Small stick. Mothers use to open the eyes of the baby. With some kajal. Kajal ke saath Anjana. Paste. With some paste. With some black paste. They open the eyes of the fresh young babies. Right? The eyes will get purified by that. And eyes will grow. Like that, the boy grows, the Sisu grows. And how Guru is doing that growth? He is giving Jnanam and making you grow, making you open your eyes. He is making you to open your eyes in the society and see the society in a proper way by Jnanam, through Jnanam. That's how he is making you capable of handling the society and capable of being a good person, capable of being a good dharma rakshakaha, dharma bodhakaha, dharma rakshakaha, dharma anuyayaha, dharma sevakaha. All these four qualities he teaches you. Dharma bodhana, dharma rakshana, dharma poshana, dharma sahayam. These are the four qualities required for Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudras. And these four qualities are being taught by the Brahma, Guru Brahma, and remove your ajnanam from your mind. That is Guru. That Guru we should bow down. That type of person we should bow down. Not everybody going on the road. Nowadays, in pictures, they say Guru, Guru, Guru. It's become diluted the value of Guru itself. All are not Gurus. Next slokam is Agaja Anana Padmarkam Gajanana Maharnisham Anekadam Tam Bhaktanam Ekadantam Upasmahe. Agajanana Padmarkam Gajanana Maharnisham Anekadam Tam Bhaktanam Ekadantam Upasmahe. Most of the people read the second sentence as like this. Ekadantam, Ekadantam, read. Gajanana doesn't have many dantas. Anekadantam, Anekadantam, they read. It's not Anekadantam. He never has Anekadantam. He has got only one dantam. Poor man. One dantam he lost while fighting with a Rakshasa, out of 2. He has to break his dantam and fight. So he has got only one dantam, Ekadanta. Anekadantam, where from has come? So saying Anekadantam is a wrong pronunciation. Anekadam tam bhaktana. That is the meaning. So how to understand this lokam? Agaja anana. What is meant by agajanana? Everybody think that is the elephant face. No. Agajanana doesn't indicate the elephant face. Agaja anana. Agaja means Parvati. How it has become Parvati? Ga means gamanam. Aga means no gamanam. Not having gamanam. Who doesn't have gamanam? The Parvata, the mountain. Mountain doesn't have gamanam. So it is aga. Agaja, agaja. Ja means taken birth. Taken birth from a non-moving thing. Who is that? Parvati. Parvati born to Himanta. Himanta is Parvata. He is aga. Agaja means Parvati. Anana means face. Parvati's face or face or mouth. Anana means face here. Sorry, not mouth. Face. Agaja anana. Agaja anana has become, how it has become Padma Arkam. It has become Padma. What type of Padma? Arka means Surya. When Surya comes, how Padma becomes, like that her face has become. Agaja anana Padma Arkam. Padma plus Arkam, Padma Arkam. The Padma becomes what? It blossoms. When sun comes, the Padma blossoms. Vikasati. Padma Vikasati. So, Agaja Anana Padmarkam. The Parvati says Pakam is blossomed. The person who makes the Parvati face blossomed. Parvati Mokhaniki evaru సంతోషాన్ని కలగజేస్తారో వాడు. ఆయనకి నమస్కారం. అగజ ఆనన పద్మార్కం గజ ఆనన. Here the elephant face. Gaja anana. Gaja means elephant. Anana means face. Gaja anana. A person who is having elephant face. Agajanana padmarkam. Gajananam aharnisham. Aharnisham means aha means day. Nisham means night. Day and night. Keep the day and night aside. Let us go to next line. Ye aneka dam. Tam bhaktanam. Aneka dam. Dam means giver. Dam, meaning of dam is giver. Aneka dam means a person who gives many things. To whom? Tam bhaktanam. For his devotees. The person who gives many things to his devotees is aneka dam tam bhaktanam ekadantam upasmahe. Ekadantaha. Person who is having one dantam. Upasmahe. Let us meditate. Upasmahe means let us meditate. When? Aharnisham. Day and night. Let us meditate day and night. Always. So that is the thing. Next question. Here if you see, Agajanana Padmarkam is Dvitiya Vibhakti. Accusative case. Padmarkaha is Ganesha. Agajanana Padmarkaha is Ganesha. Adanya Padmarkam the Ganesham. Ganeshuni. Ganesham. Agajananam the Ganesham again. Similarly, Aneka dam tam bhaktanam. Aneka dam, the person who is giving vaniki. So all these things are an accusative case. Okay. Similarly, if you go to the next sloka, it's more useful. In a different way. Vakratunda, Mahakaya, Koti Surya, Samaprabha. Here, these things are used in Sambodhana. He Vakratunda, He Mahakaya, He Koti Surya, Samaprabha. Nirvigram Kuru. May. May means for me. May is equal to for me. Aham Shabdasya Chaturdev Bhakti. For me. May for me. He Deva. He Deva. Deva also is Sambodhana. He Deva. He Vakratunda. He Mahakaya. हे कोटिसूर्य समप्रभ सर्व कार्येषु सर्वदा निर्विघ्नं कुरु, remove all obstacles, निर्विघ्नं कुरु, remove all obstacles, सर्व कार्येषु सर्वदा, in all works of mine, in all time, at all times. This is the meaning of this. So here Vakratunda, he Vakratundaha, his name is Vakratundaha. Visarga is there. But here it is Sambodhana Pradhama Vibhakti. Visarga goes away. Ramaha, he Rama. Balaha, he Bala. So that comes. Similarly, when you are reading Saraswati Namastubhyam also, the same thing comes. People read Saraswati Namastubhyam. Prano Devi Saraswati, they say. No. Prano Devi Saraswati. Vaje Virvajini Vati. Sambodhana. You are Sambodhana there. You are addressing. When addressing, that Dirgham goes to Prasam. Ikarantam. Akarandam goes to Ekaram. Visarga gets eliminated. These are the Sambodhana rules. So here Vakratundaha becomes Vakratunda, he Vakratunda. Mahakayaha becomes he Mahakaya. Kodisura Samaprabha becomes Kodisura Samaprabha. Kodisura Samaprabha means having the Prakasam equivalent to thousands of Surya's Prakasham. That means very highly powerful. That is the meaning of that. Nirvighnan kurume deva sarvakaresha. This is the sloka. Okay. So next goes to let us go to next suktis. We have learned 2 suktis last time and another 2 suktis let us learn today. The third sukti which we are going to learn today is Sotsahanam nastasadhyam naranam. Sotsahanam. Saha utsahanam. Sa utsahanam nasti asadhyam naranam. Naranam for people, for manavas. For people, naranam nasti asadhyam. Nothing impossible. Asadhyam means impossible. Nothing impossible for naranam. What type of naranam? Sotsahanam. Sotsahanam naranam asadhyam nasti. What is meant by Sotsahanam? Self-motivated people. The person who has got having tapana. The tapana is called self-motivation. I want to learn. I want to finish this job. I want to do this work. I want to bring this project. I want to attend to these things. I want to attend my duties. I want to attend dharma. I want to follow dharma. This type of tapana who is having, that tapana, that is Sotsahana. That is motivation. The self-motivation, that not somebody is telling that's why I'm following. It's not the motivation. The motivation is self-motivation, self-generated interest. Self-generated interest, Sotsahana. The person who is having self-motivation only will be able to achieve the impossible things in the life. So, nasti asadhyam for that person who has got self-motivation. So, this is very important slokam for a young person to develop his life. Sotsahanam nasti asadhyam naranam. Sotsahanam naranam asadhyam nasti. This is the sentence. Next. Ujyoginam Purusha Simha Mupaiti Lakshmi. Lakshmi means Sampada. The person wealth. Lakshmi means wealth here. The person will get wealth. For whom? For which person? A person who does Ujyoginam, who puts the efforts. The person who puts efforts. Ujyoginam means who puts efforts. The person who puts the efforts will get wealth. How to put that efforts? Just like a lion. Purusha Simha Upayiti. Just like a lion with courage and bravery and timely. That is the lion's qualities. The lion's quality is Shauryam. Shauryam, smartness and activeness is the qualities of Simha, lion. So with those qualities, if somebody puts efforts, wealth will automatically join. Dhairye Sahase Lakshmi. Dhairye Sahase Lakshmi. That's what we normally say in our household. So that is this. Ujjoginam Purusha Simham Upa iti Lakshmi. So the person who behaves like a Purusha Simham, who acts like a Purusha Simham, wealth will automatically join him. So what is required to be wealthy? To be effortful. You have to do work. You should not sit idle and expect things to happen. You have to work and then expect the results. So పుస్తకం తల కింద పెట్టుకొని నేను చదువుతానంటే put your book in the under the pillow and say I want to get the Sanskritam into my mind. Will it come? It will never come. You have to open the book and read loudly and speak loudly and hear all these things. Then only you would be able to speak Sanskrit. Just by hearing you will not get. Same thing happens for any language, not only Sanskrit, any language for that matter. Next. These are the two Prahelikas, two things. We are going to Prahelika now. Last time we learned one Prahelika. Now we are learning another Prahelika. Kimichchati, Kim Ichchati, Naraha Kasyam. Kasi, in Kasi, Manavas expects what? In general belief in our families are the person who wants to die, and any person would like to die, invite death at Kasi, so that he will join direct to moksha. That is the belief we have. So what we expect here, Kimichchati Narah Kasyam Mruchuhu. Then Bhupanam Koranehitaha. Koranehitaha means Kaharanehitaha. Bhupanam Koranehitaha. For Rajas, what is interesting, what is their aim? Hitaha means aim. What is their aim to go to fighting? What for they go for fighting? What they expect to go for fighting? Expecting victory. So what is the victory in Sanskritam? Jayaha. So Himichchati Narakasyam Mruchuhu. Bhupanam Kaharanehataha Jayam. Kaha ko vanjaha sarvadevanam. All devatas bow down to whom? That is the meaning of this sentence. Ko vanjaha sarvadevanam. All devatas bow down to whom? Shiva. Right? So Shiva's name, then next sentence is Diyatam Eka Uttaram. Please give one answer for all the three questions. Diyatam Eka Uttaram. You give only one answer. It should contain answer for all the three questions. Mruchuhu Jayaha. Mruchunjayaha. Mruchu Jayam. Mruchunjayaha is the Shiva. Mruchunjaya, who is Mruchunjayaha? Shiva. That is third question answer. First question answer is Mruchuhu. Second question answer is Jayaha. Mruchunjayaha is third question answer. So the three combined answer is Mruchunjayaha. That's how you have to write. You have to give the meaning of this sloka like this and then give the answer at the end, Mruchunjaya. Like that. This next one is, this is the Next. Prahelika. Seemantanishu Kasyanta. Oh, this is what last time we told these things. This is last time I told already. Third, I missed that. I repeated last time. So this one, third one is Seemantanishu Kasyanta Raja Kobhut Gunottama Vidusham Ka Sadavanja Atrai Vaktam Nabujjate. This is third sloka. This is supposed to be told today. Sorry. Seemantanishu Kasyanta. Out of ladies, who is the lady having Shanta Gunam? Seemantanishu Kasyanta. Then Seemantanishu Kasyanta, let's see. Raja Kaha Abhut Gunottamaha. Which Raja is known? The person is having best qualities. And Vidusham Ka Sadavanja. The Panditas, the knowledgeable people, bow down to whom? Atrai Voktam. Atra Eva Voktam. Atrai Voktam means Atra Eva Voktam. Na Bujjate. Did you not understand? Atra eva uktam. Here only told. Na bujjate. So do you understand this here? Simantanishu ka Shanta. Out of Mahilas, all ladies, who is having the best Shanta Guna? Sita. And who is the best person having best qualities? Ramaha. And Vidisham ka Sada Vanja. To whom they bow down? They bow down to Vijaya. All Panditas bow down to Vijaya. They don't bow down to age. They don't bow down to Lingam. They bow down to Vidya. If you have got a Vidya with you, either you are a young man or old man, doesn't matter. Either as a female or male, no, doesn't matter. You should have knowledge with you. If you have got a Vidya with you, all Panditas will bow down to you. So Panditas always bow down to Vidya, not to the age or any other aspect. They bow down to Vidya. That is third. So how you get that answer? In Simantani Shuka Shanta, C is the first letter, Ta is the last letter. Sita. Raja Kobhu Gautamaha, Ra is first letter, Maha is last letter. Ramaha. And then Vidusha Ka Sada Vanja, V is first letter, Ya is last letter. Vidya. Jya is last letter. Vidya. So there are three answers are there like this. Atrai Vaktam. Here only they are there. That is the idea. Next is Purushaha Kidrisho Veti Prayena Sakala Kalaha. Any Manava who is considered as the knowledgeable fellow in all respects to live in a cultured society, in a multi-complex society. A person who lives in who can live in a multi-complex society like cities. What do you call him? What is the name of that person? How do you call him? A person who can live in a multi-complex society like Delhi, Hyderabad, Bombay, metropolitan cities. How do you call them? A person who lives in Nagaram. How do you call him? What is the name you give to him? The person who lives in society, in Nagaras. Madhya Varna Jayan Chaktva. In that word, remove middle two letters. Bruhi, learn. You will come to the knowledge. Syat Suralayaha. Sura means Swargaha. So if you remove the middle two letters of that word, you will get the understanding of Swargam. So what does it mean? Purushaha Kidrisho Veti Prayena Sakala Kala. The meaning of this is Nagarikaha. Nagaranlo జీవనం చేసేవాడికి అన్ని విషయాలు తెలిసి ఉంటాయి. Otherwise he cannot live there. So Nagarikaha, the person who is living in Nagaram is Nagarikaha. Nagarikaha. In Nagarikaha, remove Gari in between two letters. Middle two letters you remove. Then what you get? Nakaha. Nagarikaha. Gari remove. Nakaha. What is meant by Nakaha? Nakaha means Swargaha. Nakaha means Swargaha. So the meaning of this is Nagarikaha. Answer is Nagarikaha answer for this. Okay. Next. Subhashitam. Subhashitam. Ayam Nijaha we already learned. Ujjamena eva siddhanti also we learned. Now we learn the na kaschidapi janati kim kasya so bhavishyati. Nobody knows for whom what happens. Na kaschidapi. Nobody. Janati knows. Nobody knows. Kim kasya. What to whom. Swaha tomorrow. Bhavishyati. Tomorrow what happens to whom nobody knows. Tomorrow what happens to whom nobody knows. That is the meaning of this first sentence. Na kaschidapi janati kim kasya swaha bhavishyati. Ataha so. Ataha means so. Swaha karaniyani. The work that is to be done tomorrow. Kuryad adjaiva buddhiman. An intellectual fellow will do today itself. The good work that is to be started tomorrow, he will start today itself. Because we don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. This good work may get stopped tomorrow. Why should we allow it to stop? We have to start today itself. When the idea has come, immediately they put into the practice. So any good idea should be put into the practice immediately without wasting time. That is the meaning of this. Na kaschitapi janati kim kascha so bhavishyati, swaha bhavishyati. So means swaha, tomorrow. Swaha means tomorrow. Swaha bhavishyati. Bhavishyati means future. Tomorrow what happens, we don't know. To whom what happens, we don't know. So, ataha swaha karaniyani, the work that is done tomorrow, do it today itself. Intellectuals will do today itself. The next, another important slokam, Subhashtam. These are Subhashtam. Sadayam hurdayam yasya. Sadayam hurdayam yasya. Bhashitam satya bhushitam. Kayah parahite yasya. Kalistasya karoti kim. Kali means Kali is abode of sin. What abode of sin Kali can do to a person who has God, whose heart is full of empathy, whose heart is passionate, karuna, whose heart is filled up with empathy and karuna, and whose vakyam is satyam always, who speak about only satyam, and then who always uses his body for the sake of others. Kayaha, Shariram. Kayaha means Shariram, body. Parahite, for others' welfare. Yasya, whoever uses his Shariram for sake of others, Loka Kalyanartham, who spends his body and power, that person, Kalistasya karoti kim. Kali cannot do anything to him. Kali cannot enter. The sin cannot enter him. Papam does not come to him. For that person, Papam will not come. That means Kali, where Kali cannot enter? Where there is Karuna, where there is Satyam, where there is Loka Kalyana. When these three qualities are there in you, the Papam will not come to you. The sin will not come to you. Kali cannot dare to enter you. Kali dare not come to you, come nearby to you. Kalistasya karoti kim. What Kali can do for you? That is the meaning of this. So whose heart is passionate, karuna, whose speech is truthful, and whose body is used for the good of others, Loka Kalyanartham. What harm the Kali, the Lord of sin, can do? So I finish my lessons here now for today. We will take up next lessons, important lessons, next class. Bhutakala. Next class we will take up Bhutakala Prayogam. Now we will end Vartamana Kalam till now. Now, what type of Prachayas to be used, what type of Kriyas will be there, Bhuktakalam, we will learn next class. Harihi Om. Sahana Vavatu, Sahana Bhunatu, Sahaviryam Karavavahe, Tejasvina Vadhetamastu Ma Vidvishavahe, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, Satyam Vada, Dharmanchara, Sarve Jana, Sukhino Bhavantu. Any doubts, please ask, otherwise time is getting over, another 2-3 minutes. Any doubts? Yeah. Vadatu Mahodaya, Lakshmi Khanapur. Prichyatu. Vadatu, please ask. Lakshmi ji.
అది శ్లోకం ఉంది కదండి, అగజానన పద్మార్కం గజానన మహానిశం అనేకదం తం భక్తానాం ఏకదంతం ఉపాస్మహే. అది అనేకదం అంటే ఇక్కడ ఫస్ట్ దాంట్లో అయితే అంటే ఏకదం అంటే ఏంటి?
ఏకదంతం.
అనేకదంతంలో అనేకదంతంలో అనేకదం అని ఉంది కదా. ఏకదం
మీన్స్ గివర్.
ఓకే, అంటే ఇక్కడ ఇది విడదీయడము అనా ప్లస్ ఏకదం కాదా? ఇది ఏకదం అంటే ఒకసారి. ఓకే, వాట్ ఐ ఫీల్ ఈస్ ఏకదం అంటే ఒకసారి, అనేకదం మీన్స్ ఎవ్రీ టైం అని నేను అనుకుంటున్నాను. తప్పంటారా?
అనేకదం.
దమ్ అంటే గివర్ అంటారా?
గివర్. దా క్రియ ఇస్ ఫర్ గివర్, దదాతి.
ఓకే ఓకే, అంటే మరి ఎవ్రీ టైం అంటే వన్స్ ఎవ్రీ టైం అంటే దానికి ఏమంటారు సంస్కృతంలో? ఏమంటారు దానికి?
That we will see later. Now this slokam talks about aneka dam. Dam means giver.
Okay.
who gives
Okay.
many things. For whom? Tam bhaktanam. Tam is
Yeah, got it.
Ditya Bhakti for Saha.
Okay.
Vani
ధన్యవాదాలు.
Vani Bhaktulaku అని అర్థం.
Okay.
Saha Bhaktanam.
ధన్యవాదాలు.
Tam
Okay.
Bhaktanam.
గురుజీ
Okay.
ధన్యవాదాలు.
నెక్స్ట్ మద్దిపట్ల పద్మావతి గారు. చెప్పండి.
నాకు ఇదే సందేహం వచ్చిందండి, ఆవిడ అడిగింది గురువు గారు, తీరిపోయిందండి.
సేమ్ సందేహం. అనేక దమ్ అంటే దమ్ మీన్స్ గివర్ అని అర్థం,
ఇచ్చేవాడు.
ఇచ్చేవాడు అని.
ఓ దదాతి దదాతు. ఓకే.
లక్ష్మీ ఖనాపూర్ గారు మళ్ళీ అడుగుతున్నారా ఏదన్నా?
లేదండి, సారీ.
ఓకే,
థ్యాంక్ యూ.
సో ధన్యవాదములండి. నౌ విల్ గో ఫర్ ప్రార్థన. JVSM లక్ష్మి గారు, ప్లీజ్ చాంట్
Okay అండి.
భక్తి మంత్రం.
స్వస్తి ప్రజాభ్యాం పరిపాలయంతాం న్యాయేన మార్గేణ మహిషాం గోబ్రాహ్మణేభ్యం శుభమస్తు నిత్యం. లోకా సమస్తా సుఖినో భవంతు. కాలే వర్షతు పర్జన్యః పృథివీ శాలిని. దేశోయం క్షోభరహితో బ్రహ్మణా సంతు నిర్భయాః. అపుత్రాః పుత్రిణః సంతు పౌత్రిణః. అధనాః సదనాః సంతు జీవంతు శరదాం శతం. సత్యం వద ధర్మం చర స్వాధ్యాయాన్మా ప్రమదః. మాతృదేవో భవ పితృదేవో భవ ఆచార్య దేవో భవ అతిథి దేవో భవ. సర్వే భవంతు సుఖినః, సర్వే సంతు నిరామయాః, సర్వే భద్రాణి పశ్యంతు మా కశ్చిద్ దుఃఖభాగ్ భవేత్. అసతో మా సద్గమయ తమసో మా జ్యోతిర్గమయ మృత్యోర్మా అమృతంగమయ. ఓం పూర్ణమదః పూర్ణమిదం పూర్ణాత్ పూర్ణముదచ్యతే పూర్ణస్య పూర్ణమాదాయ పూర్ణమేవావశిష్యతే. ఓం శాంతి శాంతి శాంతి. స్వస్తి.
ధన్యవాదములండి. Now we'll go for national anthem. Please rise.
जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता. पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा. विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा. तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे. गाहे तब जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता. जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे. जय हिंद.
జై హింద్. ధన్యవాదములండి చల్లా చిట్టిబాబు గారు. థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్.
ప్రభాకర్ రావు గారు నమస్కారం.